Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, the Necron learning curve. So I've pulled out my Pariahs here because we're moving on to the elite section. So I want to have a quick chat about these guys. So this is the only unit that was dropped from the old codex when we went into the new codex, and they were dropped and almost sort of replaced. So you've got Praetorians now and Light Guard, which sort of replaces them. Basically, I assume it's just the fluff wise, which is why they went away from these guys. But from a modelling point of view, these were actually one of my favourite minis from the old codex, and it's a real shame actually that the unit's not in the new codex, to be honest, because I actually quite like these guys. But the reason why I pulled these out, I want to have a quick chat about them, because okay, they're not in the new codex, but that does not mean that we can't use them. So the way I'm using my Pariahs is I'm finding they make fantastic stand-in models. So I mean, first of all I started using them as cryptics, because there's only that one silly cryptic model that they've made, and that was it. So these were really good as cryptics. I mean, they stood out from the warrior squad, etc. They've got some sort of shooty gun, staffy thing. They made really good stand-ins for cryptics. Now also Light Guard. I mean, you can stand these in for Light Guard, you can stand them in for Praetorians. I currently stand them in for death marks. I actually use these for my death marks because, well, let's face it, you know, buying all the models, it's expensive business. And I've got this unit here I paid a lot of money for, took all the time to paint them up. They're sitting in my case. And okay, I'm not going to be able to go to a tournament and use these and say, yeah, they're death marks. But my buddies and I, you know, it's not an issue, it's not a problem. So it's worth considering how to, you know, what you can do basically. If you've got these models, then it doesn't mean you can't use them. It could be a good converting opportunity. Maybe you want to convert them up. I mean, I personally wouldn't do that because for me this is just quite a historic model really, and I'm just going to keep mine. And who knows, the next codex that comes out, they may be in there, who knows. So yeah, don't get rid of them basically. And on the other side of the coin, I haven't actually investigated this, but potentially where they are discontinued models, they may be going quite cheap, second-hand wise. You know, may have to pick some of these guys up, especially if we're going to use them as proxy models. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it could be because they're out of production. You know, the people are charging silly money for, because that can happen as well. So I'll let you guys investigate that, but it could be an option. You know, if you need some cryptics or a Light Guard, you know, alternative or cheaper alternative, you can pick these guys up really cheap, and that could be an option. So yeah, that was it really, just a little chat on that. Yeah, massive unit of war size, and in those days the war size ignored armour saves and invulnerable saves. They were awesome. Sadly, these guys, 36 points each, initiative 2, just really didn't do the business. We were all hoping they were going to have 2 wounds when the new codex came out, but they weren't even in there, so there you go. But yeah, okay, so we're going to move on to the official Elite's choices, and I believe death marks are top of the list, so we'll talk about death marks next.